Is the menu on your website the reason you're losing sales, donors, or engagement? It's hard to imagine at times that the menu at the top of the site could be the biggest problem to accomplishing your goals. But in today's world of fast-paced, gotta-have-it-now consumerism, your menu has to fit that same mindset. There are a few keys to making your menu work for you instead of being the roadblock to your success. The average time a person spends on a website is only about 2 minutes, which is really not that much time, especially when you think about your website needing to convert into sales, donations, or subscribers. So what should you do? Well, we've got 3 tips that will help your website menu be more effective and help to drive customers to what you want them to do. Number 1, be clear. Your menu is the first thing your customers will see on your site. So naturally, since we're a company that does a lot with brand messaging, we would say you need to have a clear, concise message in your menu. That means no confusing options. If you sell soap and you have an option in your menu that says suds and bubbles, though it may seem cute, all you're doing is causing your customers to think instead of act. This leads us to the next important tip. Number 2 is keep as few options as possible. Since the length of time spent on your site is short, don't make people waste time reading 5 to 10 menu options. We recommend that you stick with no more than 4 options and a call to action. You can check out our call to action tip resource on our resources page. But 4 may even be too many. Some of the most successful websites that we've been to have only 2 or 3 options and a call to action in the header. So now you're asking yourself, how will people ever find all of my other pages? How will they be able to read my long, all about me company story? And the truth is, they won't, and they weren't before. Any other pages you can list in the footer menu. Keeping a small number of options in your menu guides people to where you want them to go and doesn't make them lose interest by having to read through a menu that competes with the encyclopedia. Tip number 3 is about design. Making sure your menu is a good size and is easy to read and does not require a drop down to get to the places you need them to go. We used to build sites with fancy menus that required a lot of clicking and had all sorts of moving, and yes, they did really look cool, but they ended up being a disservice to our clients. The menu should be clean and easy to access. We want people to buy from us, not be impressed by our menu and then move on. If you can follow these tips, your menu will go from a roadblock to a freeway, allowing your potential customers to easily navigate to the places you want them to go. So here's your takeaway. Be clear, limit your options, and make it easy to access, and you'll see your sales increase.